Hello friends, Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson will finally rematch for the light heavyweight championship of the world this year, Saturday, January 29th. But this week, I want to do a little bit of a flashback. Thursday, we're going to do something a little new for our stream. We're going to do a Thursday live MMA at 5, but I'm going to do something called MMA Forensics. We're going to do some trivia that night, but what we're going to do is we're going to go back together and watch the Jon Jones versus Alexander Gustafsson fight. Now, as you know, I cannot window it to this stream, but it is now free on YouTube through the UFC. So we will all sync up together, watch this fight as a companion, this old fight, and then go through as a panel and decide who we thought won certain rounds. I'll tell you then who I thought won each round and who I thought won the fight. I've been going through this fight with a fine-tooth comb. I finally do have a decision. I hadn't watched the fight in years. I do have an official decision. I will talk about that on Thursday. I don't want to skew your decision, though. Feel free to go back and watch this fight. Jon Jones versus Alexander Gustafsson 1. The link is down in the description below. If you hit that link, it will take you straight to the YouTube video posted by the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Let's listen to what a few other people thought about this fight, though, and who they think won. This is Luke Thomas on his Sirius XM radio show.
Right on this at UFC 165 in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, in a 5-round decision, probably the toughest fight of Jones's career. Frankly, not even probably, absolutely the toughest fight of his career. Absolutely the one that pushed him to the brink. Absolutely the one that made some folks question, hell, whether he even won it. Now, I scored that fight for him, but okay, I recognize that there's a lot of controversy about that. In the end, Gustafsson has been a bit up and down since that time. Of course, he did get some wins, but he had some notable losses as well. The one to Anthony Johnson, a particularly bad one. But he has since been on the mend a little bit and has done some good work. Frankly, who else was going to get the title shot in that weight class if Daniel Cormier wasn't going to be the one to defend it? So this seems like the next and frankly only logical step at light heavyweight for Jon.
You know, everybody was saying, like, you're winning this fight, you're winning this fight. You had 3 rounds against him, like, you're winning this fight. Like, it felt like you said, it was just right there at the goal line. I didn't really pass that goal line at all. I just felt like that it was tough. It was tough. But like now, sitting here now talking to you, it's a really good experience for me, and it's a good time for me. The fight it's a highlight in my career for sure, in my life for sure.
It was such a close fight. When the scorecards are being tabbed and you're just sitting there waiting for the decision, did you think you had it?
I didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know.
So much chaos. Could you even remember what had happened over the last 5 rounds?
I remember the fight. I remember almost the whole fight, but it was just Jon Jones is such a beast. I'm telling you, just for me, Jon Jones winning over Jon Jones is bigger than taking the belt.
Where did you fight the Gustafsson? That's where the fight. Toronto. That's where
yeah. That's when I wore Habib's hat. We were under a tent, right?
Yeah. I recorded. I have that all on tape. It's funny,
man. Good time.
When you and Gustafsson like standing next to each other, it was crazy moment, man. Like before you walked out for the weigh-ins, and it was just like so much intensity there. You're like you, Gustafsson standing, and you right behind him. You're just like
I'm excited,
pacing.
Excited for part 2.
I'm excited to get back into it. Yeah, just
he doesn't know what's coming.
December 29th.
Different Jon Jones
going down.
Different Jon Jones.
It is not a rumor. It's official. It's happening.
It is going down.
Yeah. Jon is back in full camp right now.
Yeah,
right? Just
feeling great too, man.
You're looking good.
You're looking great.
The year of boxing, man, has really done wonders in my just awareness on my feet.
Just your hands
angles
are flying,
and head
man.
movement, defensively, offensively. I feel great. Yeah, it's transitioned over into the kickboxing, tremendous too. Yeah, so I love it. I'm excited.
So you're doing some kickboxing? Is that what you said?
No, I'm saying that the year of boxing.
Okay, yeah.
The way that it's the way that it's transitioning over into the kickboxing.
Yeah.
So before we watch this all together, and before I tell you who I think I won the fight, Thursday live at 5 Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Let's take a look at the scorecard from the original fight. Judge Doug Crosby had it 48-47, as well as did Judge Richard Bernard. Judge Chris Lee was a bit out in the wilderness compared to the other judges. He's the one who had it 49-46. I will tell you, that is not how I had it. This was a much closer fight than that. And I broke this fight down into 30-second increments. And what I did was I went back and I watched a 30-second increment each fight. So I broke each round down into 10 separate rounds and then scored that round accordingly. It gets even a little more sophisticated than that, what I did, and I'll talk about it more on Thursday on MMA Live at 5, but it'll be interesting to see what everybody else thinks. I want to know what you guys think, and it'll be very fun to watch the fight together. Like I said, please feel free to watch the fight by yourself down there. The link is down below. Alexander Gustafsson versus Jon Jones 1. Free. You're not going to get in trouble. It's posted by the UFC. I'm just sharing their link, and then we will go through that on Thursday. I'm going to put up the number, up the Google Voice number, so we can have people call in on a panel before and after the fight. We're going to go through, and I'm going to break down with you what I'm seeing. We're hoping to get Dutch Guy and possibly some other guests in to see what their reactions are to this fight. I know Dutch Guy has a definite opinion on what happened in the fight. I have a strong opinion on what I happened in the fight. I've dissected this down to a forensic pace, and that's why I'm calling this the first episode of MMA Forensics. I'd like to do some more fights like this. I think it'll be fun to all talk about the fight as we go through it. What do you guys think? Let me know if you want to know before. Who do you think won the fight? Do you think that there is a necessary rematch? Do you think Jon Jones was dominating? Do you think 49-46 was the right outcome? And is this the fight to make it light heavyweight? Do you strip Daniel Cormier, being that he can't defend two belts at once? Should Jon Jones be able to walk right into a championship match after being suspended by USADA for so long? Alexander Gustafsson has had his ups and downs since that first fight over 5 years ago, including getting knocked out by Anthony Rumble Johnson, but then also had a almost equally close fight with Daniel Cormier. Is there another fight to make in the light heavyweight division? I don't think so. I think this is the fight to make, but I want to know what you guys think. Let me know down there in the comments. Please hit that like button. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Make sure and ring that bell so you're notified as to when I go live or make a new video. Like I said, I want to see you guys all here for the live panel on Thursday, the 20th. Today is Tuesday, so 2 days from now, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Until then, as always, I love you, I respect you, and I'll see your fine asses later.